Hello, welcome back to MSU Tonight. I'm Allie Adler, and I'm here with Dujuan Thomas, Paducah's City Commissioner. So tell me a little bit about you coming into that role.
Yeah, so I was elected at the age of 26. So I'm the youngest city commissioner in Paducah's history and one of the youngest in the state of Kentucky. And it was perseverance because I ran for mayor when I was 21. I missed that bid, and then I ran for commission previously, lost it by 500 votes. But I didn't give up, and I kept going. In the community, they saw that I was determined, and I also got my master's degree in legal studies to prove that I'm committed to being the best person for the job. And so I was elected last year in 2024.
Why did you want to run?
Honestly, I began my run because I saw that there was a lack of, how do I put it? Because now I'm working with some of the people I was running against, so I don't want to throw shade at them at all, but I just don't think that people were speaking up about the issues that were important, like our roads, our south side, our sewers, and our storm drain system, which is outdated. So I just decided that I've always been an outspoken person, and I decided I'm going to, step up to the podium and speak up on the behalf of the community.
And how is that operating for you, like as being like the youngest person in that position?
Definitely, of course people look down on me for my age, but I've definitely, and I don't like to prove people wrong, but I've proven people wrong and shown them that I'm serious about this, and I have been making strides to make Paducah a better place. Like I've been for the people, and I've taken on the motto of the People's Commissioner because at the end of the day, I'm here to represent the people, and every decision I make is based on what the people tell me.
How do you kind of give the people a voice?
Definitely. So I'm big on social media, so anybody can follow me on all my platforms. It's usually Dujuan Thomas, but my commission page is Dujuan Thomas, Paducah City Commissioner, and I do monthly and weekly or bi-weekly recaps after our commission meetings, and then my monthly recap talks about everything I've done in the community, and I definitely highlight important decisions that we made as a commission so the community can make sure that they're informed and engaged on everything going on in the city.
So I've researched you a little bit.
Yeah.
You said that I've heard that your great-grandfather was a city councilman.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about
so
what
James
that
Henry
is.
Thomas, he was the first black councilman in Clinton, Kentucky. But then his daughter actually went on to become the first female black councilwoman in Clinton, Kentucky. And I didn't even know this until he had passed. And I'm like, wow, I didn't realize that my Thomas lineage, was in politics. And even my cousin, Regina Thomas, she was Secretary of State in New Jersey in the early 2000s. So unbeknownst to me, it's just in my blood to be a servant, a politician.
And then you've also been an actor?
Oh yeah, so I started professionally acting actually between my two commission runs because I decided I've always wanted to be on TV since I was a small kid, and I just stepped out on faith and trusted God, and he opened up so many doors. I started doing small background roles in films like Queen of the Ring. That was my first background role, and went on to do commercial work. I was down in Mississippi for Oxford's team, and they had billboards all across America promoting Oxford, Mississippi. And then here recently with my reality show. But I don't want to jump ahead of your questions, but
that's fine.
so yeah, I've been professionally acting for 2 years now.
So how has acting and being city commissioner kind of correlate?
Well, in all honesty, as a commissioner, it's sort of a part-time job, but I dedicate 110% towards it. So I have a lot of free time outside of meetings and my work for the community. So like my most recent gig with the reality TV show Guts and Glory, it was perfect timing because I had no meetings during the week of filming whenever they told me, they flew me out to Atlanta and we did all that shooting. So it really works out with my schedule, so I'm grateful for that.
So tell me about your show. It's Guts and Glory?
Guts and Glory. So Greg Nicotero, he's an executive producer of The Walking Dead. He wanted to make a horror reality competition show, something very unique that you don't see often. So it's on AMC Plus and Shudder, and it's crazy. If you like horror, if you like special effects, if you like reality TV, it's a great mix of everything.
So are you guys competing against each other? Are there different challenges?
Yeah, so we're in the wilderness. There's a competition every day, and there's 4 episodes out thus far. They come out on Tuesday, so anybody can go on AMC Plus and Shudder and watch the show. But every week it's a crazy competition, and we're facing fears. So I can say on the second episode or the third episode, I had to face a fear of mine, and I don't want to spoil it. I want people to watch the show. And there's monsters, there's creatures. It was a crazy experience, but then people do get booted off if they lose their challenge.
So you told me a little bit about you kind of had to dress Army a little bit.
Yeah.
And you have an Army background.
Oh, yes.
So tell me a little bit
So
about
I served
that.
honorably in the Army National Guard. I enlisted when I was 17 while still in high school. But yeah, my character, I was me, but this jacket right here is actually what I wore on the show, and it was a little bloody, but I was able to wash it out. So yeah, they really had me lean into that persona and just being that tough guy and that leader. And I was very observant of things while everybody else was kind of just talking about butterflies. We're out in the woods until all the horror stuff started because we didn't know what we were getting into at first.
What made you want to participate in a show like that?
Well, I got the call in January, and I just decided to step out of my comfort zone. I always like stepping out of my comfort zone and, trusting God and stepping out on faith. So I decided I'm going to do this. They wanted me on the show, and I went forward, and I had a great time being on the show.
This is going to be kind of my last question.
Yeah.
Back to the politics a little bit. Why do you think young audiences should care about politics?
Definitely. We need more young people in office. Our voices matter. We matter because we're the future generation, and I really love going to the schools and talking to the youth to let them know you don't even have to be elected to be a leader. You can make a difference for your friends, your family, your community, just who you are. So it's really important that we get more young people running for office, and it's a really simple process. You just go to your county clerk's office, you pay that $50 to run for commissioner, mayor, and you start there. So I always just recommend to our young people, get out there and run for office. We need you.
And if people wanted to kind of like communicate with you, what would be the best way to do that?
Oh yeah, anybody can reach out to me. I have my government line, which is 270-366-5001. They can email me, dthomas@paducahky.gov. And of course, social media. We live in a social media age. Dujuan_Thomas on most platforms, and Dujuan Thomas, Paducah City Commissioner on Facebook.
All right, I think that's all we have for you guys. Thank you, Dujuan, for being with us here tonight, and we'll see you guys in the next segment.